Good evening. Hello everyone. Pop your hands up. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture yourself in a large open field. We are about to begin. So welcome to the Intention Workshop for 2020. Now, the reason I've set this up is because it can be massively and vastly overwhelming to start off the new year in general. But then when you're starting a new decade, and you can kind of get a little bit like, well, what do I do? Where do I even begin? What do I even want to call in? And like you see everywhere about people saying, have you set your goals and have you set your plans and what are your intentions and what you're doing here? What's your plan, and you mustn't waste time now. We're already 6 days into the year. What have you already achieved? And it can all get a little bit chaotic and feel a little bit pressured. And I know in previous years, I myself have felt that pressure and thought, well, it's January. I don't know what I want to call in for the year. And I really don't understand how I even do it and how I can even create it. And it's something that I used to be very much like, oh, I'll go with the flow and I'll go with where I'm being led. And I'm already jumping ahead. But that can work to a certain degree, but also if you know where you want to go and you know what you want and you're aware of what your body wants you and not necessarily what society wants you to achieve or what you feel you should achieve or what your parents expect of you or your family or your friends, when you actually tap into what's on your heart and what you want to bring in, it is so incredibly powerful. It's literally like holding a magic wand, waving it around, doing a bibbidi bobbidi boo, and you will get everything that you desire. So when we know that, when we're setting these intentions, it can be very, very scary because it's almost like you've got to be careful what you wish for because it can all start happening for you. And there's a couple of things I want to add, but before I even begin, I'm just going to say I spoke to my husband, Mr. H. Actually, I need to introduce myself. Sorry, I'm not doing very well at this. I just assume everybody knows who I am. But actually there's some brand new people in here. So I'm just going to say hello, welcome to the group. My name is Katie Helliwell. I know that some of you have literally just started following me. So welcome. I'm a celebrity psychic medium. I'm a spiritual business coach, and I'm also the creator and founder of orbitspiritual.com. I've had my gift since I was a very, very young child. I was terrified by it. It wasn't an easy ride for me in my childhood. But over the years, I've learned how to develop my skills, how to enhance my psychic ability, how to share my psychic abilities, and how to also build this into a business. And in the space of 2 years, having this as just my sole focus on my business, I've created a 6-figure income. I have a global following of thousands. I have been in the media. I've been featured in all different kinds of press. I have helped transition so many businesses. I've helped so many individuals step into their power. I've helped so many people develop their own psychic ability. Literally, it has been crazy. It's been crazy. So that's who I am. But I was saying to Mr. H the other day, and it was literally, I think it was New Year's Day. I said, right, okay, I'm getting ready now to start writing my intentions for the year. I was like, are you ready to do yours? Do you want to do it together? Now, Mr. H, my husband, my gorgeous husband, who's very supportive of my career, and I can never say he isn't because he is, he's brilliant, but he doesn't really get spiritualism, and that's okay because we're literally poles apart in that sense. But that's okay, he supports me, and he knows it makes me happy, and he doesn't disbelieve in any way, shape or form, he just doesn't really want to understand it. Anyway, when I said to him, what would you like to call in this year? What would you like to create? What would you like to set the intention of? He was like, you know what, I'm just going to go with the flow. He said, I don't think I'm going to call anything in. I'm going to go with the flow. And I was like, interesting. Can I ask you why you're doing that? And he was like, you are? And I said, well, why are you actually doing that? Why are you not setting the intention or not setting a roadmap of where you want to go? Why are you leaving it into the lap of the gods, so to speak? And he said, well, he said, last year, he went, I was sitting there thinking, I don't really know what the year's going to bring, but, you know, my life's quite good. And he said, and then all of a sudden, he said, we got all these holidays that we could have, and we've moved house and to a house that I never thought would be possible. And he said, and come February, our house is on the market, and we're already, you know, looking to buy this house that is like a dream home that I'd have thought I'd have in 10 years' time. And he said, and, you know, all the travel we've done and the things that we've done with the girls and days out and everything that's been brought to us, he's like, you know what, it's all so good. He said, so I'm kind of just trusting that whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. And I was like, oh my God. I said, yes, but darling, what you're not understanding is I set the intentions for all of those things. So I set the intention of our house move. I set the intention of our travel. I set the intention for all the things that we've done with the children. I set the intention. I've been doing that and creating that and building that. And obviously that enhances his life. And I said, so maybe I should let you know what I'm actually bringing in for this year, so you kind of know what to expect if you're not going to set your own intentions. And then he found that absolutely hilarious. He was like, you really called all that in? I was like, yeah, I literally called all that in, and that's it. That's what happened. And then his ears started to prick up a little bit, and he was like, oh, okay, then that's quite interesting. So it just goes to show that when good things happen and you haven't necessarily set that intention, maybe somebody else around you has set that intention for you, or maybe that person around you has set the intention for themselves, but then you're a beneficiary of that intention. So by you taking the time now to actually sit and decide what's right for you, it's a classic example, that situation of how what's right for you can be right for everyone. So I just wanted to share that with you all, because I thought it was so interesting. And so yeah, it was just so interesting, and it just really made me think, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, this is why we need to set intentions. So now I have created for you all a gorgeous PowerPoint. I promise you I won't bore you all with death by PowerPoint. It is just to help me stay on track, because I get so inspired that I end up going off on a tangent, which is good. Sometimes the tangent's good, but this, I feel like you need constant direction, and I think it needs to be explained clearly, and I think it will help you guys if there's a prompt on the screen as well. Let me just check you're all good. Yes, you all seem fine. Let's see if there's any more comments. Right, hello, that good point. Yeah, my partner does that. Yeah, see, I'm not alone then. There's a lady just trying to get into the group. Just bear with me. There we go. She's in. Lovely. Right, I'm going to get going. There's more of you now. So Spirit versus Intention 2020. Why won't it click? There we go. Why set intentions? So why is it important to set intentions? Why can't we just go with the flow? Well, I've kind of explained that with myself and Mr. H. But yes, there is an element of going with the flow in life, and what's meant to happen will happen for you. So your guardian angels and your spirit guides will always guide you and put you back on the right path. Or if they feel there's something that you've asked for that they think maybe could be enhanced slightly, then 9 times out of 10, they will do that for you. But however, your guardian angels and your spiritual team could do with a helping hand. You know, you've got to meet people halfway with everything in life, and spirit are exactly the same. You've got to do your part as well as them. To enable us to freely receive, we must be as clear and receptive as possible. So if you're sat there worrying about where your life is going, or not know what you will act as, or not know what you want, it will act as a block and will slow down the process of flow to your life. So by knowing what you would like to bring in, it will not only enhance your life, but it also allows the energy flow to be clearer. And that's how you call in your desires quicker. So, you know, when you see some people that may be in a similar business to you, and maybe they are excelling at a speed that's much quicker than you, or if you're a person that would like to have something like sooner rather than later, and you're getting frustrated that it seems to be happening for other people and not for you, you just need to get clear on what your actual desires really are. Go back to the drawing board. Are you actually clear on what your intentions are, what your desires are? And can you think of a way that you can actually make sure that you are clear, receptive and open to allow that flow to be, you know, to come through quicker to you? So that's kind of where you're at. Those are the 2 common things that I see with people when they are in a frustrated situation. The flow isn't very clear because obviously you're frustrated, and also not knowing fully what they really want to bring in on their heart. They're kind of just bringing in what they feel they should or what they desperately need to survive. Then that's where it's the mismatch in energy, and that's where things all start to slow down. So this exercise I'm going to take you through is absolutely fantastic. So how far ahead should you actually set? Well, this is down to your desires and what's important to you. If it feels daunting to set super long-term goals, then just set shorter ones, shorter intentions. But the way to identify what feels good, so, you know, the way to actually work out if you are a short-term intention setter or if you're a long-term intention setter, is be aware of how you're feeling in your body when you think about those things. So if I said to you now, plan ahead for the next 5 years, do you feel, oh my God, that feels exciting? Or do you feel, oh my gosh, that's overwhelming, I have no idea what I'm doing next week, let alone in 5 years? When I say to you, could you maybe think about 6 months or from now till March, what you would like to bring in that time? How does that feel to you? Does that feel more what your energy's at, where you can get your head round? Because where you are actually feeling your body, and this is the first step to spiritualism, is paying attention to what's actually going on within you. You know, you're your best guide, you're your best way of knowing what's right for you. And I always say, I feel it personally in my tummy. Not everybody else does. Some people get like goosebumps across their body, some people get like a tickle on the back of their head. But where is it you feel good about it? Where is it? You know, is it in the pit of your tummy that it feels really positive, or do you feel a little bit off with it? Pay attention, because if you're trying to set goals for 5 years' time where actually that doesn't align with you, it's again going to be a mismatch of energy, and the flow of energy and the flow of how these goals are sent to you and your intentions are delivered is all going to be out of like alignment completely, and it's all going to take longer. It's going to feel like it's hard. You're going to think this process doesn't work, where it does work, but it has to work in line with where you're vibrationally at this present moment in time. So remember, you can repeat the process as many times as you need to. So you don't need to do this now and then forget about it for a year, or do this now and go, well, I can't, I've set the goals, set the intentions, I can't change anything. I did it, so I'm just going to have to do it and stick by it. You know, things change, people change, vibrations change, situations change, lots of things can change in life. And if that's changed and you're not feeling those goals anymore, you're not feeling those intentions, then stop and realign yourself and do this process again. Do it as many times until it feels right and you feel excited and you feel aligned. And that is the right way. That is 100% the right way. It has to feel right to you. Now, personally, I cannot set goals for any longer than 12 months. I just can't do it, because to me, I just feel like that's too far away. But that's because I'm aware of what I want. And that's really good for me to set goals for maybe now to July, and then July to December. That's how I like to do it. So it's about what you feel comfortable with and what you feel excited by. So how can spirit actually support you? So how does spirit actually come into this? So your guardian angels and spiritual team, they have absolutely no judgment on your desires. So you could ask for a top of the range Porsche, or you could ask for homeless people to all have a home in the world, right? You can ask for anything you want. There's no judgment. So because this is literally a magic wand, don't feel that you have this pressure on you to ask for something that you feel is appropriate. You ask for what you feel is important to you and what is on your heart. That is always the right way. There is absolutely no judgment at all from your guardian angels or your spiritual team. And I'll come to how you can remove the judgment from yourself, because we are usually our worst critics, a little bit further on. But they only want you to be here on earth, living the life on your terms, and to see you the most content, fulfilled, beautiful and happy soul. That's all your spirit team want for you. And that is their sole job, their sole purpose. And if they aren't helping you do that, or if you're not feeling that way, can you imagine how deflated they must feel on the other side? So let's meet them halfway. Let's help them. Let's support them. Let's do everything we can to enable them to fulfill their destiny, which is to help you feel content, fulfilled, beautiful, and so happy. They will do everything in their power to support you. They will do everything in their power to guide you, and they will create opportunities to benefit you that might seem absolutely bizarre to you. But once you actually fulfill them and follow them and trust their guidance, it all starts to make more sense. And if this is you at this moment in time, because this is something a lot of people write to me and actually say, they can seem at times that they have nobody looking after them, that they feel they're not supported, that they feel alone, and they feel as if their desires are so far away from them that it's not even possible. But I promise you, your guardian angels and your spiritual team will never, ever leave you, never leave you. And it's your job to clear the space to allow them to flow through. So if you are feeling alone at the moment, if you are feeling that they're just not there for you, or you are feeling like you're talking to thin air and you feel like they're there for everybody else but not for you, let's just see if we can release some energy from you that's not serving you and allow the space for spirit to come through and support you. And by doing that, it's getting yourself in a really good headspace. So raising your vibration, bringing joy to yourself, doing something you absolutely love, taking yourself out of your head simply. So listening to music, going on a holiday, taking a break, spending time with those you love, anything that lifts your vibration, even from this point to that point, is an increase. You know, we don't want you to go from here to here and be totally one way or the other way and totally unbalanced. You know, go to the next level, take it in time, and keep being aware of what is feeling good to you and what is in your body that you are happy with. So what is it that lifts your vibration? And I could give you a list, but it will be different for each and every one of you. So it's your job to identify what your vibrational uplift is, and make sure that if you're feeling alone, you're doing everything in your power to focus on not the lack of being alone, or not the lack of not having what you desire, but feeling good. That should be your priority. Okay, let me just check you're all right. Yeah, it's very common to feel that they've deserted you, but they never have. It's simply a case of, we need to make sure that we are tapped into absolutely everything that's positive around us, and we're thinking so many positive thoughts. Sorry, there's more people trying to join the group. I'm in. And that is the way forward. That is how you stay open, receptive, and that's how you can not focus on being alone, focus on what the vibration uplift is that's for you, and that's what you need to do. So where to begin, my darlings? So as I was saying at the beginning, it can feel so overwhelming. Give me some love hearts if you feel overwhelmed by setting these intentions. Let me know, because it's very interesting to hear how many people actually do feel overwhelmed. So give me some love hearts if you're feeling overwhelmed. Love hearts in the comments, love hearts on the little thing where you can press, and let me know. Welcome, Michelle, darling. I've just approved you in. Yeah, there's so many of you. It is crazy, isn't it? It really is. I can see all your love hearts. Thank you, darlings. It is really overwhelming sometimes, but I promise you, you will leave this training feeling so much more clearer, elated, knowing where your direction is, and amazing. And I've got a real treat for you at the end, a real treat practice. So make sure you stay on to the end, because the practice at the end will be the game changer for all of this. Okay. So it can feel overwhelming, but don't worry, this training will help you. And let's just, for starters, change the energy about overwhelm. So I still feel that as well with setting intentions, because it's like, now I know the power behind them, it's like the pressure to get it right. So with setting intentions and knowing how you can actually live your life on your terms, it shouldn't be overwhelming, it should be the fun task. And I was saying to somebody a while ago, has anyone seen the film Aladdin? You know, the genie in the bottle? Aladdin is brilliant, the latest one. What's his name? Will Smith, he's the Aladdin, he's brilliant in it. So if you can imagine, you're here now at this present moment in time in this training with your lamp, with your Aladdin's lamp, and you can rub this lamp, the genie can come out, and those 3 wishes are going to be yours, right? So that's exactly what intention setting is. That's how powerful it is. And you can live the life on your terms. So this should be so, so fun. You've got the keys to the kingdom here. You've got the keys to make things happen. That's not a bad thing. Yes, it can be a little bit overwhelming. Of course it can. But oh my God, how exciting. And let's just change the energy of it completely and switch it to, this is fun. This is exciting. OMG, who's with me? Brilliant. Let's just try and shift it. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, let's go to the other way and do a full 360 and feel more positive. We can do this. So let's start with reflection. So this is where you're going to need your pens and paper. I'm going to do this with you. So we're going to do this together. So what have you already achieved that you are so proud of? So you can just do it from last year, or you can do it from up until the moment that you, well, the earliest memory you have up until now. So what is it that you've already achieved that you are so proud of? And you can do this for personal and you can do it for business. If you are a business owner, I tend to do one for business, one for home, just because I like to separate the two. But if you don't have a business and you just want to do this for your life, you can just focus on your life. And if you only want to relate this to business, you can again just put for business. It's totally your call. There's no right or wrong. So just take a moment here now. What have you already achieved that you are so proud of? Okay. If anyone wants to share what you are already achieved that you are so proud of, please do. What was your biggest achievement from last year? You know what, that is a tough question. It's like, what is my biggest achievement from last year? Oh, okay, I've done mine. So does anybody want to share theirs? If anyone wouldn't mind. Okay, so if you need to go, by the way, guys, if you need to go, don't worry, you can watch this back on replay. So please don't worry. I know some of you got to go and do nursery runs and things like that. Go and do that. You will not be affected. You can watch this back at any time. Let's have a look. So Andrina saying my weight loss. Well done, Andrina. Christina saying my Reiki Lodge. That just has magic all over it, Reiki Lodge. Michelle saying getting my son's autism diagnosed and the right school setting. Oh, what a massive difference that's going to make to his life. How amazing. Keep them all coming, darlings. Okay. So mine, I'm just going to share mine. Actually, I wasn't going to share it, but I am. So mine is my global following and helping people. That's what I think are my biggest achievements to date, and helping people transform their businesses, step into their power, passing on messages and bringing people such relief and love into their life. I think that's mega. My biggest achievement is stepping into my power with business by launching this group last year, the Spiritually Rich Babe group, and also the Spiritually Rich Babe Academy, which I absolutely love doing. I literally couldn't wait to show up to every single one of those. So those are my biggest achievements. So let's lay the foundations. So here's some more questions for you, and I'm sorry this is so much work, but I promise you it will help you so much. It'll get you super, super clear on everything. So what do you love to do? What is it that you absolutely love to do? So if you're applying this to your business, or if you're applying it to your general life, what is it that you absolutely love to do? What's absolutely important to you? What lights you up and fills you with so much joy? Remember, guys, don't overthink this. I can feel there's quite a few people stuck here. And if you are stuck, don't overthink it. Just go with what feels really good at this moment in time. God, there's some incredible people on this live stream. Oh, I can feel the magic. Just want to say again, thank you so much for being here. You're all so incredible. So what lights you up and fills you with joy? And this is a good one. If you could improve one area of your life, so just one area, you know, so don't focus on everything that's not working for you, just one area of your life, what would that be? Okay, so let's have a read through some of these comments. Dropping weight again, well done, Karen. Gwen, I started teaching in my group and others and doubled the size of it. Amazing, well done. Michelle, leaving work to work on myself. Oh, that's a massive step, isn't it? But you know what? It will pay off so much. It will pay off tenfold. Well done to you. Joanne, to set up a voluntary group that feed and provide gifts for nearly 80 families locally. Oh, Joanne, that's amazing. Send me the details of that. That sounds really good. Veronica, received my coaching diploma, got my first client. Woohoo! Go, Veronica. I'm so proud of you. You've got a gorgeous energy. Michelle, spiritual growth. Yes, definitely. Spiritual growth is massive. It will change your life. Tia, yes, my health has improved a lot. I'm very grateful. Amazing. That's wonderful. Health is absolutely everything. Claire, I'm proud of supporting my husband through all his changes and getting him to a happy place. Oh, what a wonderful partner. And that's what a true partnership actually is, supporting each other. Christine is saying my business. So proud of you, Christine, stepping into that power. Jane is saying my biggest achievement last year was hosting the Heart Healing Conference. Amazing. I bet that was mega. Katie, rebuilding my marriage. My husband and I had a very difficult year, but in November we set an intention and we are so happy. Oh, wonderful. See, everything sometimes takes work in life, and it's good that you realise that. Kelly, realising that I need to be more aligned with my soul's purpose. Oh, totally, Kelly. Otherwise, you'll be nudged left, right, and centre. Christina saying you're all amazing, aren't they? Just Christina, as are you. Becky, setting up my own business after being controlled by a bullying company and feeling happy with myself. Oh, well done, darling. See, sometimes the bullying can be a good thing. It pushed you into making the right decisions for you. Susanna, I am most proud that I sorted my mindset out and did the summer surrender. The rest is history. Total mindset change. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Susanna. Myself and Sarah loved summer surrender. We absolutely loved it. Okay, so keep your comments coming. I'm just going to carry on. So if you can focus on one area where your life that you would improve, where would that be? Okay, so now if you have a little read through all of the answers that you've written there on your questions, you can kind of get to where you feel that you might be. So you can kind of get to an understanding of where you need to improve, what things you're loving, and you might have actually surprised yourself with some of the answers and what you feel then you can do moving forward. Sorry, I get interrupted by spirit every now and again. So if I look like I'm a bit all over the shop, that's why. This is why I've started doing these presentations. So when they interject, I can still get myself back on track. Right. So what's my job and what's spirit's job? So when we know what we desire, we can fall into the common area of how can I make this happen? Give me some love hearts if that's you. So you've worked out exactly what it is that you want to do, and you know what you need to do, and you set those intentions and you feel really good about something, and then you're like, how can I make this happen? Who's been there, done that? I have. I definitely have. Give me some love hearts if that's you. Yeah. Do you know what, guys? I've got mixed reviews on this. Yes, it's good that you are thinking and being productive on how you can actually help spirit out, and how you actually can bring your true passions, your true intentions to reality. It is wonderful that you think in that way. However, you've also got to try and think to yourself that it's like they've got a plan that's bigger than what we could ever imagine. And you have set the intention, but if you try and force or try and navigate too much or go too much into how you can help spirit, it can kind of derail what they're trying to do and can almost throw everything off course. And then you end up being hit with a massive universal cloud, that's what I call them, to get you back on track. So let's see if we can identify how you can be proactive, take action that's inspired, but not go into that forceful, what can I be doing? How can I be making this happen? How can I support spirit? Okay, so let's see how we can actually do that. So I've just said what's wrong with this, but it can slow down the process of you receiving what you truly desire. It is good to do your part, but your only real job is knowing what you desire. If you feel inspired to take action, that's a great energy and completely different to anything forced. So that's the difference. If it feels like, oh my God, I'm going to do this, this feels so exciting, like a light bulb moment, that's spirit and your guardian angels giving you another nudge. That's what that is. If you've had to sit there with a notepad and pen and brainstorm how this is going to happen and time scale of when you're going to do it and blah, 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 and all this, that's not the energy you want to be in. That's a forced action energy, and that's not going to be the right one. So what I've done here is split out the two jobs for you and what spirit do. So hopefully it will help you with the roles and understand where you need to be at and what spirit do. So your role is to identify what you actually desire, so what it is you actually want to bring in. Now, we're getting to that point and we're still trying to find our point now during this presentation, but hopefully the questions before have given you a kind of an insight as to what's actually making you happy, what lights you up. We then need to remove any limitations on why we can't have it. So anything that you feel is stopping you, what's cropping up, what is it that you're thinking, I can't do that because of X, Y, Z. Feel connected to your desire. You've got to really feel that you want it in your heart. It's got to feel really, really exciting to you, really positive, really, really good. Stay as open and energetically ready to receive as possible. So what I mean by that is making sure that you're in a good vibration, you're high vibe. You know, if you're tired, go and rest, go and have a bit of sleep. If you feel groggy because you've had too many chocolates, maybe cut down on your sugar. You know, if you feel sad because you're going through something difficult at the moment, how can you slightly uplift your vibration? Because all of that will help the energetic flow to come through so much quicker to you. Spirit's role. Their role is to hear your request. So they will hear you. They will hear your intentions. They'll hear you on this live stream. They will hear you, your thoughts. They will hear everything. So there's no right or wrong way to communicate with spirit. You don't have to be in a meditated state. You don't have to be a medium. You don't have to be a light worker of any description at all. You don't have to sit and chant in a corner and bang bells. You don't have to write in a diary every single day or it won't happen. You don't have to do anything. What you do need to do is find a way that you feel comfortable communicating with them and do that. So if it's in the morning, just saying it in your head, spirit, I need your help with X, Y, Z, or spirit, this is my vision board. Can you take a look at it? Can you help this materialize? Whatever feels good for you is the right way. No, they know, sorry, spirit's role, knowing how best to serve you. So you could ask for, I'm going to use myself here. I asked for this 2 years ago, fame and fortune. I asked for fame. I was like, the only way I can really get my message out to so many people is if I'm so well known. That's why I want it. That's what I want to do. But spirit won't allow that to happen if they don't feel it's the best timing for you or if it's the best way just yet. So they will know the best way to serve you. So if it feels that everything's slowing down or you're not actually quite getting what you'd really truly desire, they do have a bigger, better plan for you and something else in store, which all comes down to faith, which again we'll come to later on. So their job is to know how best to serve you, to know how to navigate your desires to you. So again, going back to the best way to actually bring those to you. And they will bring it to you in the most divine timing and in the most divine way. And yes, their timing sometimes is totally off the scale. Seriously, like, what are they thinking? And then other times it's like, oh my gosh, really now? Well, that's quick. So they will help you in every way, shape or form, but everything is always there and working on your behalf. As I said to you, that's their only job. is to look after you and make sure that you're living your life the most beautiful way, in the most strongest way that is good for you. So that's why they'll bring it to you in that divine timing. Does all that make sense, my darlings? Hello to everyone joining us. Hello, hello. Hello, Karishma, what a gorgeous name. Hello, Karen. Hello, Michelle. Hey, hey. Okay. This is all so good. Amazing. Hello, Anna Marie. Hey, hey, everyone. Wonderful. Okay. So now it's fun time. Ready? So let's go into Fantasyland. And let's face it, what is wrong with Fantasyland? Absolutely nothing. Why can't we be in Fantasyland so many times? I spend half my day. And this takes me back to, actually, I'm going to tell you this story. My teachers at school used to say that I lived in a fairyland, like Fantasyland, fairyland, and they called me a dream a day, like a dream a day person. But I was like, well, I'm happy in my dream a day. I'm happy in my Fantasyland. I'm happy thinking about wonderful things and positivity. And, you know, I'm happy to be in my little bubble where I don't actually know what's going on in the world. It drives my husband insane, but I'm happy with that. And it's like, you've got to make sure that Fantasyland is working for you. Like, why not go to Fantasyland? Why not? And I didn't realize that when I was younger, by going into that dream world and going into that playing and having light energy around what I really want to bring in and what I want in my life, I didn't realize that was bringing things forward or creating a tunnel for spirit to be able to energetically send me everything. I didn't realize. I just knew it felt good, and I thought, well, what's the harm in it? So we need to go into Fantasyland so much more than what we actually do. Spend as much time as you possibly can into Fantasyland. Thank you, Tia, for letting me know it all makes sense. Thank you, darling. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So go into Fantasyland. So what would it be like if you had all of your desires? So if you had everything you could ever hope and dream and wish for, what would your life look like? How would it be for you? How much fun would it be? Let's just sit and just think about that for a moment. It's like, it would be mega. And this is my dreamlike face, by the way. I've just realised what I'm doing. I'm like this. Oh, but this is true. So what would life be like if you had all of these desires? Exactly, it's fun. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And in your bubble, yes, there's nothing wrong with that. How would you feel if your desires became a reality? Can you imagine if everything you desired actually came true? Oh my gosh, imagine that feeling, imagine how excited you'd be, and imagine the new rockets of desire that you would like create and that you would bring in. Like, imagine that magic, and oh, it'd be mega, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely amazing. So what's standing in my way? So when we have all of our desires and when we're sat there thinking about what we really want, it's like we can stay in Fantasyland for a certain amount of time, and then it's almost like then you end up in a place of, oh, okay, it's not actually going to happen for me, or it's not actually going to be worthwhile for me. And this goes back to a comment just at the start of this live stream. Somebody said that they have a vision board and then they get angry with it and they throw it away. And yes, I've done that. I've been there, I've done it. I've made a vision board. I felt not massively connected to the pictures, but I kind of didn't really know what to put on there. Didn't really understand the power behind it. And then when it stopped, it looked like it wasn't coming to fruition. I felt deflated. I felt as if I hadn't got anywhere. I felt like a little bit like a failure. And I threw the board away and I got angry with it. And I think I actually pricked myself on one of the pins as well. So that was it. Then I was swearing and everything. So I totally get that. But it can feel like they are dreams, and if it feels that they're not coming to fruition, and it feels like these dreams are just so far away, so far from your arm's length, and so you've just got no faith behind them actually coming, then that's a sign that we need to clear up your energy towards the actual intention. So what is it that you're intending, and why is it you feel you can't have that? That's the energy work we need to do. So first step is setting the goal, setting the intention, feeling the love for it, feeling excited, identifying what you really want. The second thing is how to actually remove anything that might feel weird about actually achieving that goal. and do the inner work. Now that is the part that's the least fun, that people don't really want to do and try and skip, and then they get to the frustrated part where the energy isn't easy for spirit to send you everything, and you get deflated, the vision board goes in the bin, everyone's swearing, and it's just not fun for anyone. Okay, so yeah, right, okay, yeah, you're all there, exactly, totally, you've all been there. So you need to try and work out what it is that's stopping you getting those things. And although this isn't a great part and this isn't a great energy, let's identify the reasons. So can you all give me one thing that you have set the intention of, or have an idea of what you want to bring in, but then I want you to think about why it might not actually come to you. So why might my desires not be achievable for me? So what is it about it that feels that you can't actually achieve it? So one person's saying confidence. Okay, yeah, in my way, I think I can't do it. Okay, so where has that come from? So what would make you feel more confident? What would make you feel as if your voice could be heard? What would make you feel so powerful in yourself? Think about that. Owning my own home, money. Money is Joanne, I could talk all day about money, and I will actually do more about money in the group, because it's an unlimited resource, absolutely unlimited resource. And again, it's just an energy. Why can't you have more money? What is stopping you having more money? Why does, okay, this is probably a little bit far-fetched, but why would Richard Branson, so why would Richard Branson deserve money more than you? He doesn't, does he? So think about it. What is it that could help you? What is it that you feel you can't receive money? Why is it you can't have as much money as somebody that you really look up to, or someone you really desire? Why? Give me the reasons. Michelle saying money, confidence, and failing. Okay, I can relate to the failing one, because that was something that held me back for so long, so I can totally relate to that one. But why would you fail? Why would you fail? And you're already failing if you don't try anyway. So you're kind of doing the same thing there. You're standing in your own way. So confidence again, what will make you more confident? What would bring you confidence? What would make you stand proud? What would make you set yourself apart from everyone else? And also with money, what is it that why can't you have as much money as anyone else? Why can't you have all the money you desire? What's wrong with that? What's the purpose behind that? What's your weird thing about money there? And I'm not picking you out here at all, Michelle. Everyone's got a weird thing about money, every single one of us. So what is yours? Let's identify it and move on and reframe. Okay. Oh, okay. Karen saying mobility, being on crutches for 5 years feels like it's getting in the way of my desire to move to France. Okay, so why would that impact on you getting to France? What would be the reason? Is it that the village that you desire to live in is all uphill? Is it that you won't be able to drive over there? Like, what is it? Talk to me about that, because we need to go into the reasons as to why and reframe. There is nothing, my darlings, absolutely nothing that should stop any of you achieving your dreams. I feel so passionate about this. You guys are going to achieve your intentions and your dreams. I know you are. I know it. Every single thing that you're all putting here is removable and can be removable like that. Okay, so I think about going back into the media, but I'm worried about my family need me more, and that I'd feel selfish leaving them and doing something for me. Okay, so if you're happy and you're shining your best possible light, your family are going to feel the ripple effect of that and the benefit of that. And just think about what you can do for your children, or the benefits of it, what it can do for you guys as a family, how you can help them in the long run, you know, financially, how can you support your children because of it? Nothing's ever selfish. What you're doing that's best for you will always work out best for everyone. I sometimes struggle to hold the faith, but then I can have all my desires. Very, very common, Jane, very normal, because we kind of feel it's sometimes selfish to want all these things, but it's not at all. And as I said, Spirit, I've got no judgment. You are just as deserving as everyone else. Okay, so there's a lot on money. Not clear on my niche, that's fine. So all you need to do then, if you're not clear on your niche, just go with what feels good to you, what you feel is on your heart to share, and you'll be led to your niche. Take the niche out of it. What if there was no issue with niche? What if niche didn't exist? There you go, your problem's gone, your block's gone. See what comes out then. Yeah, okay, impatient, standing out from others. Yeah, okay. Wow, guys. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, so there's a couple of things there with money, guys, things that people have had, experiences. So there's lots there that can be worked through, but the first part of working through anything that might be standing in the way of you getting what's your real intention is identifying what the problem actually is and tapping into it and taking the time like you're doing now. So you've already took the first step, you've already took the first step, you've already took this leap to identify what you want and actually look at how you can achieve it. So well done to yourselves. Give you all yourselves a pat on the back for that, because so many people don't bother. Okay, so I will come back to the rest of you. Let me just carry on with this. So why might my desires not be achievable for me? So we've all focused on that. What do I feel is standing in my way? So what is standing in your way? What is the reason you can't have it? What is it? And what's the worst case scenario with that? So, okay, if you feel that, I'm going to try and pick one of you as an example. Okay, so Sarah Jeffries. Sarah wants financial abundance to help others, and you feel like you're not deserving of it. Okay, so if you had financial abundance, you would go and do something great with money, and you would also treat yourself, right? There's nothing wrong with treating yourself, and you don't necessarily have to give anything away. It's not required. It's not. You are fully deserving at this moment in time without any limitations on yourself. There's no reason why you can't keep it all for you. It's not selfish, not wrong. It's, you know, what you want to do. So what is standing in your way with that? Well, what's standing in your way is feeling that you're not deserving. So why might you not be deserving of that? List all the reasons and then tell yourself something else. So look at it from your spirit guide, your guardian angel's point of view. How can you look at that differently? Okay, so this is very much like manifesting, law of attraction, but it's more of a spiritual edge to it. Okay, so what is it that you feel your guardian angel would say back to you? So if I said, for example, my desire is to be the most famous psychic medium. All right, okay, there we go. That's my desire, to be the most famous psychic medium in the world. Let's go big, in the world. Okay, why do I feel I might not be achievable? Well, I have a family of 3 children, so my time's limited. Maybe it would take me away from my family too much. Maybe, what are the reasons? I would be picked on in the media. What are the other reasons that would hold me back? Oh gosh, I can't even think. Oh, there's more talented mediums out there. There's something, you know, all these things. I could be here all day. So what do I feel is standing in my way? Well, would I be good enough? Would I be the best medium? Am I going to be able to, you know, achieve more than somebody else? And why would people pick me? You know, why would they not choose somebody that's more established? You know, all of these things. But then I can look at it and go, well, hang on a minute. It's on my heart to share. I've been training for 15 years. I come with so much love. My family will benefit. I will be setting a clear example for my children on how to go after their desires and dreams. I will be stopping some child that is possibly feeling so alone with spiritualism and struggling to sleep like I was, and I'd be able to inspire and help their families by showing them, you know, how spiritualism is for good, and potentially change that child's life so they don't have the childhood that I had. So that's like mega. That's so much more important than somebody saying something horrible about you. So just try and think about things in the another way and how you can actually switch around to something more positive. Can I look at things differently? So if you feel now that you're more aligned with what you actually really want, and you're aware of what your blocks are, you're aware of what your issues are, how can you reframe those thoughts and think positively towards it? Is this all making sense, guys? Yeah, it is about finding the balance here, 100%, definitely. Christine, are you saying you have a sharp tongue? Do you know what? That's not necessarily a bad thing. Not necessarily a bad thing at all. You know, you've been given a sharp tongue for a reason. And like one of my children is very, very stubborn. I'm really stubborn, and I feel like it's made for her. Like she needs it. It's like a tool that she needs in life, and it's gonna hold her in her own right when she's older. That's what I feel with it anyway. Okay. So don't worry, these limiting beliefs can all be moved and we can tell new stories. But can you see how this is the least fun area to be in? So this is the least fun area that people stay in. They tend to spend the least time there as much as possible and then move on to the fun pictures and, you know, pictures of beaches and money and all the great things. But unless you do this part, guys, it's going to make spirits work so much harder, and it's going to make your desires so much slower. You're going to have to work so much harder on holding the faith, so much harder on holding the energy towards everything, and it's just going to make your life so much harder. So if you spend 70% of the time of the intention program in this zone, releasing, reframing, removing, this is how you will excel at a speed that I've got massive goosebumps, look, beyond all like understanding. This is how it will be delivered faster to you. So if you are impatient and you want things straight away, do the work in this area. It's the most boring part, it's the most uncomfortable part, but I promise you, darlings, it will be the area that will pay off tenfold. Okay. Exactly, Susanna. Yes, definitely. Yes, Claire, take the fear away, love yourself. Sounds really tree huggy and a bit woo-woo, but it's so much more than that. It's digging deep into where these things actually come from. And just to help with this will help Veronica with niche. Veronica, right, I struggled for so long with niching because I want to be a medium that delivers messages and spiritual messages, and I want to be a spiritual business coach because I know that my skills and my capabilities, I can see into people's future, I can see into their limits, and I can see how to move their businesses forward so much quicker, right? So, and everyone kept telling me, you've got to niche down to one area. You know, you either focus on spiritualism as a medium or you focus on being a spiritual mentor. And I was like, no, I want to do both. And I was like, why do I want to do both so much? And why can't I niche it down? And when I dug deep with this and I said to Mr. H, I was like, oh my God, I've worked it out why I can't choose. And it was because I flitted from job to job, I felt, because I was ill. I suffered endometriosis for so long. I was so ill, I was in that hospital for a long time. And if you follow my blogs, you'll know all about that, so I won't bore you with it. But I was in that hospital for a long time. I took a lot of time off different jobs. So obviously I wasn't very successful at these jobs. I had all this ambition, all this drive in me, and I had this need and this urge within me to do so much more in life and be fulfilled. But I was like, what on earth is it? What is it? And I kept feeling like a failure and kept feeling like I wasn't going to be taken seriously. And everyone kept saying, oh, you're starting something new and great. And what's this now? What's this new venture? And I was like, I didn't want that energy. That wasn't the energy I wanted to be in. So I don't want people to ever feel they can't feel fully fulfilled, or it's not safe for them to try new things, or it's not safe for them to leave, because you are absolutely meant to leave. And I was meant to do all of those different things, and you know, to experience that illness, because it shaped me to be the woman I am today and to be here with you guys now. So I will not give that up, and I will help women stand in their power, and that's why I cannot niche that down, and I just won't. The second thing was, I went through so much in my childhood, and this gift has been given to me, and it's been given to me for a grander purpose that even I can probably fathom out. So I will do everything in my power to pass on those spiritual messages, and I love it. I love interacting with spirit. So why can't you do both? Why is there limitations? There doesn't have to be a limitation. I feel totally heart-centered and connected to both, and I will do everything in my power to bring my business to fruition with both of those running side by side. So take away the niche. Why do you have to choose? Who says? Who says you have to niche? Why? Why do you have to? I don't think you do, and I'm not going to. So you can think exactly the same, Veronica. Don't niche. It could stop you from achieving everything. Oh, got a bit powerful there. Sorry, everyone. Right, here we go. So let's have a look. Let me just move this up slightly because I'm covering the wording. There we go. So we can get so wrapped up in life, we can come blissfully unaware we have actually achieved our intentions. Yes, this is possible. Trust me. When I was in my business and running around like 100 miles an hour and like everything was happening, and I was like, I had no idea that I'd achieved everything on my vision board from last year, because I just missed it all, just completely missed it, which is just crazy. And I thought, how on earth have I missed all this? And the only reason I knew what I'd actually achieved was because I had to list it out for a bio for a magazine. And they said, can you just list out what you've done in the past 2 years? And I was like, yeah, fine. No, it was the first year. And I was like, yeah, fine. So I listed it out and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't said thank you for anything. And I've just literally gone in the motion, and they've delivered this, this and this. And I thought, my God, my poor guardian angels are going to think, is she ever going to sit there and say thank you to us? Like, I felt awful, but it is possible that you can have your intentions brought to you and you can be blissfully unaware of it. It really, really can. So it is important to recognize when you have achieved one of your intentions. It is so important, because it's not only important to you to give yourself a pat on the back and say well done, but it's also important to your spirit guides to know that you are, and your guardian angels, sorry, not everyone has a spirit guide, but your guardian angels, to know that you have received it, that you're happy with it, and that they are definitely on the right track. You know, you would say thank you to anyone in life that brought you your dreams or helped you in some way, shape or form, and spirit and your angels are exactly the same. So saying thank you and recognizing it, and also to be in the energy of that, so you've got that assurance that this stuff works, that this is magic, this is the key to success, this is everything. So when you've got that, you need to be saying thank you, like acknowledge it, take the time to soak up the energy. If you're running around like a headless chicken like I was and blissfully unaware, it's like, how can you soak up more? Like when you soak up the energy of hitting one of your intentions, you can magnify everything else tenfold so quickly. So just think about that and recognize it. So what should I do when I achieve my desires? I would say celebrate, go treat yourself and give thanks and soak up the energy, be in the moment and reflect. How often should I repeat the process? So how often should I do this? As often as you feel you need to, as often until you have full clarity on what your intentions actually are. Remember, guys, there's no right or wrong. You can do this 10 times, you can do it once, whatever feels good to you. Let's start taking action. So based on the answers to the questions that I've asked you previously, can you see where your soul is looking to take you this year? Now, be honest with me. If it's a case of you have no clue and this has been no help to you whatsoever, and I've probably confused you even more, be honest, let me know. Let me see if I can give you some clarity. If you kind of have an inkling of what it is that's important to you and where you want to be, let's hear it. Let's share. So let's start writing out the 5 intentions you are looking to call in. And I want you to think very, very carefully about these intentions, as they are totally and utterly guaranteed. Remember, you're the genie with the lamp, but you've got 5 things here, not 3. And you are bibbidi bobbidi boo with her wand. Can you tell I want to go to Disney World? There we go. So what are the 5 intentions? What are they? And if you'd like to share these with me, that would be great. I'm just reading some of your comments. So yes, reframing. I'm excellently trained. I've got great results. There are heaps of peeps that need my help. I have loads of life experience and I can really get in tune with people, and I'm very compassionate. Absolutely. Absolutely, darling. That's the energy you want to be at. Oh my God, you guys are going to be so powerful. Will you please keep me updated in this group and let me know everything that you're up to and everything you're achieving, your intentions, how you're getting on with it. If you feel that is okay with you, I'd love to read them. I'd love to see how you're all doing. So what are the 5 intentions that you're looking to call in? So I'm looking to call in a media presence, a massive media presence. I did all this the other week, but I'm going to just share this with you now live. The other one was to grow my following into the hundreds of thousands. And that's not so I can go, oh, I've got hundreds of thousands of followers. It's so I can actually reach more people and spread the love of spirituality. Okay. Okay, so I feel as if I'm on the right path, but don't know what my end point is. It's not for you to know, darling. I think I have so much to offer, but honestly don't know how. Okay, so what is it that you want to focus on? Is it bringing more ease into your life? It can be something like that. Is it to have more free time to spend with the children? Is it to have more disposable income? You know, try and think about it like that. Don't make it such a big thing that you feel like so overwhelmed by, which I'm feeling now from you, Claire. I feel overwhelmed. Like, what is it that you really want to make you focus? If there was no limitations, no judgment, no worries, and it was, you know, your God-given right to have everything that you want, what would those 5 things be? Okay, so don't try and logistically think of it. You're quite a logistical mind, I can feel you. Like, so go into a little bit more of heart, like what on your heart would you love to do? If there was absolutely no limitations, no judgment, what would it be? That's what you focus on. So where was I? Media presence, following into the hundreds of thousands. What else did I write the other day? Switching off more at home, because I literally love you all so much. Quality time with family and friends. Yes, be as specific as possible. Quality time with family and friends. So I want to take them out and treat them more. What else did I want to do? Media present, go for 1,000, switching off more at home, quality time with family and friends, and traveling more. Definitely, I love travel. There we go. So those were my 5. Yeah, don't worry if you've got to go, guys. That's absolutely fine. Okay, no problem at all. Christine, darling, to be happy, just try and be a little bit more specific about that. So why would you not be feeling happy at the moment, so you can work on what needs to shift? What does happiness look like for you? What would you feel would bring you joy? And also with regards to growing your business, how do you actually want to grow the business? Like, go as specific as you can, guys. I think it just helps spirit, and it also helps you be really clear. So growing your business, what is it you want to grow it to? Do you want to grow it to hundreds of thousands globally? Do you want to grow a store and open up a second store or a third store? What is it? What does growth mean to you? Because I could say to spirit, I want to grow my business, but they might not. They might think by 2 people. 2 people could join my group, and they'll be like, oh, well, we've done it, Katie. We've got you your growth. And it's like, well, actually, no, that's not quite what I was thinking. I was thinking more like hundreds of thousands. So if you actually say that and declare that, it's bringing it to reality. So be really, really clear. Otherwise, spirit will play around with the energy and send you 2, then send you 3. And if you're annoyed, they're like, oh, is she annoyed? And so you're just like, bless them. You've got to try and meet them halfway. So be as specific as possible. Michelle's saying, I want to work from home and retrain in holistic and spiritual therapy and work my online business successfully. Amazing. Okay. Okay. To work from home, retraining holistic and spiritual therapy. So what do you already know that you can already start sharing, Michelle? Like, can you start sharing your journey to do this? Can you start sharing your inspiration? You can start all this now. You can start earning straight away. You know, don't set the limitation that you need XYX qualification before you can even begin. Why can't you begin now? Why can't you? My intention for this year, good health, to finally sign the contract for our home, find a job where I'll be able to help my husband recognise and successful. He's a gifted writer. To be happy at peace. To be happy at peace. Okay, so good health. Yeah, so good health. So you could say you're wanting to eat better or work out more, exercise, whatever it is you want to do. Let's have a look. Sign the contract for our home, find a job where I'll be able to help my husband be recognised. Be specific with the job. So what would you like? Would you like more flexibility with it? Would you like it to pay a certain bracket? Would you like it to be in a certain industry? Get really specific with that, but all that feels really good. It feels really aligned. And Becky's saying she's written out her 5 so quickly. So consistent income for 6 months. Again, what is that consistent income? You don't have to share it with us, Becky, but be really consistent with it. Like, what is it that you actually want? Because consistency to then, again, could be £1. So work a routine to be more organised. So what does organisation look for you? Like, does it mean that you are getting up at 10 and your emails are replied to? You know, does it mean support? What is it? If you can stay on, guys, I've got a practice that's really going to help you at the very end. So this will help you with all this. Sort business name ID for my other businesses. Okay, well, you can do that. Ask for the inspiration, ask for the ideal name to be sent to you. Build a team organically. Again, ask for the type of person that you want to be working with you. Identify their qualities, who they are. Do all of the above with happy and healthy family supporting me to them. And just, yeah, keep visualizing your family are with you, supporting you, and yeah, just with you at all time, and everyone's healthy. And imagine a life, you can't imagine having a life where your family aren't all happy and healthy, right? This is brilliant, guys. You're really getting into it. So you're all having some amazing shifts here. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for staying with me. So again, let's break it down to the next level. So out of these 5 intentions, which ones are you focusing on for the first quarter? So that's between now and say end of March, beginning of April. So which of these are going to be your top priority? So which ones really mean the most to you? Why might you not achieve these? See how I've brought you straight back to the limitations? Because the limitations are the ones that are going to hold you back so much or slow you down. So why might you not achieve these in the first quarter? How can you see things differently? So say, for example, one lady's put that she'd love to have a house near the forest and move. So why might that not be achievable by April? Is it because generally house sales take longer, or this, that, and the other, or the solicitors are slow, or what have you? But what if you had a house that you found really quickly? What if there was no chain? What if you had a solicitor that worked so quickly and everything went smoothly and you're in by April? Imagine what that might feel like. Now, visualization, this is why people do vision boards, because visualization can really help energy flow, and it can really help people feel into what they actually really want. So they do help some people, they don't help everyone, but I do have vision boards. I like them personally. But list your intentions everywhere. So now you know what your 5 are. List them everywhere. Put them on the fridge door, put them by your bedside table, put them by you know, the shower in the bathroom, or when you do your makeup, whatever it is. List them everywhere so you see them. They're always on your mind. You're always like, oh gosh, yes, oh gosh, yeah, that's coming, oh yeah, that intention, can't wait for that intention to happen. So you feel excited, you feel like really good, you feel really buzzing for it all. Like, what is it that you really want? Put them everywhere. Create positive affirmations you feel excited by. Now, I used to say affirmations, and then I wouldn't feel anything from them. I wouldn't feel any excitement. So find ones that you feel really excited by, that really light you up or really resonate with you. Or better still, if they give you goosebumps, because they're the ones you're definitely meant to be reading. Okay. Practice visualizing your desires in meditation, like closing your eyes and feeling it happened for you, and feeling how like excited you feel when you get like your email through saying that either your house has come through, or you've achieved something, or you've signed people up to a program, or one of your clients has come back to you and said that you changed their lives. Like, imagine that feeling, visualize it, practice it during a quiet moment in meditation. And stay as clear and focused as you possibly can. You'll know when you're not clear and focused. You'll be feeling out of sorts, out of alignment. You'll be feeling lethargic maybe, or agitated, or a bit grumpy. But that's not you staying clear and focused. So really think about how you can stay focused and clear and being on top of it. Recognize what's going on within you. The magic ingredient is learning to trust and allow, relaxing and having full faith. This is the hardest part. You create the vision, you've identified why you feel you can't have it, you start to reframe, release. You still have those little doubts creeping, but you're working on it. You've got your lists everywhere, your intentions everywhere. And then you've got to sit there and allow your spirit guide and your guardian angels and your team up there to deliver for you, and you can't see them. Okay, so the only way to learn to trust and allow is look at people it's worked for. So I'm living proof that this happens, this works, this is what you can do. You can transform and you can create something like that. in the blink of an eye. So if that's what you need, look at other people that it's happened for, that it has worked for, that are using these practices and it works, or just allow the space. This is totally free, guys. You've not had to pay a thing for this. You know, so all this takes is your time and your energy, but it's going to benefit you. So do it. You've got nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. So really, really think about how you can feel into that energy. Oh, thank you, Jem. That's so sweet. She's saying that really helpful. You always make so much sense. Thank you, darling. I'm glad I do, because sometimes I feel like I don't. But learning to trust and allow and relax and having full faith. You know, you've got no reason not to believe in them delivering everything you want. So why not just go for it? You've got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Nothing. So I hope you found this useful, and I want you to understand how spirit can further help you in business. And I want you to have a look, because I am now creating and opening the doors to my brand new mastermind called Sponsored by Spirit. I absolutely love the name Sponsored by Spirit, which is sent to me in meditation. And thanks to Instagram, when I put it on Instagram stories, it keeps alerting me saying, are you actually sponsoring a company here? Because you need to list the company, and it sends Instagram off on a wayward. It's so funny. So it's called Sponsored by Spirit, and this will be for the ideal person that's looking to transform their lives in 2020 in their businesses and want to drop the struggle. And they don't want to have all the hassle of knowing what is actually going to help them, how they can move their businesses forward, you know, all the limitations that we put on ourselves, you know, business is hard, or it's going to drain me, or I'm not going to see my family, all of these things that you think of. Sponsored by Spirit is for you. It's adapting your business with spiritualism and injecting spiritualism into your business, and you will get my attention, and you will get, yeah, it's a cute name, isn't it? Thank you, darling. You will get my attention, and you'll get spiritual guidance all through the whole program. Can you imagine how powerful that'll be for you? So the mastermind isn't designed for everybody. It's designed for people with a business, not necessarily a spiritual business, but with a business that they are looking to bring into the next level. Somebody that is looking to soar and bring in spiritual practices and make their life easier. They want to soar and grow with ease and shine and set themselves apart from the crowd. It's time to drop the struggle. I see so many women struggling. I see so much pain in them. I see them giving up on their gifts and their lives and their passions, and it's just time that stopped. Do not be that person. You are too good for that, and you've got so much to give. Do not be the person that drops. All the details can be found on my website. So it is katiehelliwellpsychicmedium.com, sponsored by Spirit, and I will post the link to it in the comments. And we begin on the 20th of January at 12 p.m. GMT. If you want to see if this is for you and you're like, is it for me? Is it not? Will I benefit from it? Will I not benefit? You can book in a free 20-minute chat with me, and we can have a little chat about it. And again, I will post that in the comments so you guys can book in and you can see if it's for you. Now, this will work. We will meet for 2 sessions per month. It will be on a Zoom call, so you will be on camera with me. There'll be a very small, intimate group. There's only going to be a maximum of 10 spaces available. And this is because I want to be able to give you all my time and give you my attention. And we'll have a spiritual practice and a sort of mini training session, not as long as this. And then we'll go into each one of you individually. I'll be tuned into spirit, and I'll be able to answer your questions, give you guidance, and give you messages and practices that I feel will help and enhance your business tenfold. If you book early, there are early bird special offers, so grab those now whilst you can. They are amazing, and they're all listed on the website. I would love to have you all there. If you are here watching this, I do believe that you're meant to be in this energy. You're meant to be around me. If you haven't got a business, this isn't for you, so please disregard it. But if you do have a business and you are looking to drop the struggle and you want to soar, this is for you. Get with me on Sponsored by Spirit. There we go. Right, my darlings, that is the end of that. So let me just stop the share. Now, we have identified everything that you want to bring in this year. We have, well, 5 things. Again, these can change, and it won't confuse your spirit guide. It won't confuse your guardian angels. If you change your mind, it's you evolving, it's you following their guidance, it's you being led. So it's okay to do that. It won't confuse anyone. So now you've got that, and you have looked at the reasons why you might not have it, and you are fully on board with looking at the changes that you can bring to maybe see things so much more differently, and you can feel the passion of why you actually deserve them. It's like now you're in that headspace, and now you're hopefully feeling really good. Give me some similar parts if you're feeling really good now, and if you're feeling excited, because what I want to do is just take a moment to just visualize all of those 5 intentions that you thought of. And don't worry if you've only thought of 1 or 2, that's okay. But I want you to feel now them coming to life, coming to fruition, coming to life within you. I want you to feel that magic, that power. And I kind of want you to just try and disregard any limitations just for now. So just regard them if you can, and let's feel into the positivity and the happiness and the whole vibration of, oh my God, amazing. That's the vibration I want you to feel. So if you just close your eyes for me. Oh, brilliant. Everyone's saying they feel so excited. Feel lighter, less scared, more excited. Amazing. Thank you. If you could all shout about this on your media, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is my mission to make sure everyone understands how wonderful spiritualism actually is. Okay, so if you get nice and comfy, just close your eyes, pop your palms facing up, rest them down your legs, and roll your shoulders back. I just want you to take a deep breath in and out. I want you to feel your feet and be aware of your feet that are bare, and you can feel the ground beneath you. You are rooted and grounded to the earth. And I want you to visualize yourself in your natural happy place. This is where you feel energetically drawn to, where you feel most at peace, the most relaxed, and the most guided. Breathe in all your surroundings, the beauty around you. Be aware of how peaceful and at ease you feel, how calm, how centered. And imagine now having all of those 5 intentions in your life. Let's start with number 1. How would you feel? How does your body feel? How energized do you feel? How at peace? Now head to intention number 2. Imagine if this is brought to you. How will you feel? And now go to intention number 3. Visualize yourself with intention number 3. How do you feel? Now go to intention number 4. Feel how excited you are, all of these intentions come to fruition. Now move on to number 5. How great do you feel? How excited? And I just want you now to take a moment to ask your guardian angels to help you remove any negativity, any limitations, anything that's troubling us or acting as some kind of block with us receiving all of our intentions. Now I want you to fast forward and visualize New Year's Eve 2020. And take a look at yourself. How do you look? How are you standing? You've achieved everything that you set your heart on and more. Look at that powerful person that you are. Feel your magic. Feel the love. Okay. Now if you just gently start to wiggle your fingers for me, wiggle your toes, start to bring your attention back to where we are now. We'll slowly count back from 3 to 1, and then we'll gently open our eyes. 3, 2, 1. There we go, my darlings. I hope you've all enjoyed that. I've almost set myself to sleep. I've gone really relaxed. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I've absolutely loved this intention setting with you all. I hope you've all felt the magical energy. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you have clarity. I hope you feel more at peace. I love you all so much. Do not dim your light. Go and be the big light, the big beacon. Go and show people how everything that you want is so important and so achievable, and show people how it is doable, and how learning to trust and work with your guardian angels and your spirit team is the most beautiful thing on earth. Thank you so much, my darling. Oh, that's amazing. One of you saying that you know your vision now. Amazing, amazing. This is wonderful. So proud of you all. Thank you. If anyone would like to have a free chat with me to see if Sponsored by Spirit is for you, please book in. I'm going to put on the links for you all so you can have a look and see if it's for you. But let's stop wasting time. We are here to be living on our best purpose, in our best way, in the most beautiful divine way. It's time to start. Make this your year. I love you all so much. Big hugs, big kisses. Mwah. Bye.